Check, check, 1, 2. Hello, everybody, and welcome into tonight's broadcast, brought to you by Buff Sports Live. Tonight is a rematch versus Missouri State against your home team, the Colorado Buffaloes. If you weren't familiar with last night's contest, Colorado pretty much dismantled Missouri State. They won 4-0. They scored 2 goals in a span of 2.5 minutes, both by Joe Kinsella in the first period. Then Ben Hull got on the scoreboard in the 11:26 mark of the second period. And then Jerome Newhouse on a power play in the third period scored to end the scoring for the Buffaloes and pretty much, like I said, dismantle Missouri State. So Missouri State's definitely going to be extra physical tonight, looking for a rematch, kind of a revenge game. Typically, I'd be doing this with the wonderful James Margulis, but tonight he is unavailable, so it's just going to be me and the fans. Let's get right into it. Missouri State coming out with the puck. Now it's Colorado. Nope, now it's Missouri State again. Missouri State dumping it in. Adams is chasing for Colorado. Looking for it underneath. Newhouse looks like there's going to be a delayed penalty, a potential tripping call on Newhouse. Definitely not the start the Buffaloes were looking for. It will be Newhouse going to the penalty box for a 2-minute minor for tripping. So Colorado on the penalty kill. For the Buffaloes, it's Hull, Jablin, Chris Doyle, and the captain, Adams. Missouri State winning it. Shaw on the pad. Cirillo saved. Doyle looking to clear, and Hull clears. Now it's to Bailey Stevens, the Missouri State goalkeeper. Now Missouri State down in their own end. Excuse me, in Colorado's own end. looking to attack. They have the puck and a scrum on the far side boards. Now it's back out to the point. Oh, and they lose it. Dole on the fast break. It's a one-on-one. Cuts it back. Shoots, and a pad save by Bailey Stevens. Now it's Doyle and 5 other Missouri State men. Now Missouri State will look to counter on their power play. Minute and 13 left on their power play. Intercepted by Callion. Now it's Cepeda with it, traveling into his attacking zone. Looks for the quick deke, but is not able to control the puck. Now it's Brennan Anderson of Missouri State. Callion retrieves it off the skate of Anderson. Now it's Jordan Braden with it. Looking up to a teammate, cross ice, looking for Salnikov. Salnikov skating behind his own end, trying to regroup. Colorado doing an impressive job on the forecheck. 40 seconds left on their penalty kill. Into the middle to Salnikov, intercepted. Now it's Cepeda dumping it in, and Bailey Stevens is just going to glove save this one. So pretty good job by Colorado there on the PK. They actually had a pretty aggressive forecheck. And if you haven't been familiar with the Buffaloes in the last few games, that's really been their bread and butter. I mean, they've been nothing but aggressive on the forecheck, causing turnovers and capitalizing with a few goals. So now it's Robinson, Jacoby, Sullivan, and Mitchell on the PK. Robinson finding with Salnikov. Robinson loses his stick. Salnikov looked like he just slapped it out of his hands. Anderson on the far side point. Stoppage of play from the referee. Looks like we're going to get a penalty on Missouri State. It will be a penalty on Salnikov. So we're going to have 4-on-4 hockey for 17 seconds. A 2-minute minor for Salnikov. Salnikov is Missouri State's point leader with 43 points. He has 24 goals and 19 assists on 31 games played. That's pretty darn impressive. So for him to be in the box will be huge for Colorado. They're going to have an one-man advantage for about a minute and a half. So let's see what they can do here. It's Kinsella at the top, coming off a brace from last night's game. Down low, fighting forward is Javelin with 2 Missouri State players. Missouri State comes away with it. It's Hunter Cooley. Dumps it in, and Kinsella retrieves it. Kinsella up top to Adams. Adams across to Callion. Callion transitioning through the neutral zone. Across ice to Doyle. Doyle skating. Looking in. Shot and is off the back of the goal. Back down all the way, rolling against the boards. Now Cerullo will handle it, and he'll give it back to Kinsella. Kinsella had a beautiful game last night. 2 goals within 2.5 minutes in the first period, so let's see if he can extend that brilliant play. Schumacher will just throw it out. Tried to dump it, but it went into the stands, or excuse me, the bench of Missouri State. So not really what he was looking for, but a solid effort nonetheless. So as I was saying before, Colorado's been really wonderful in the last few games. They're looking to go 3-0 in these last 3 days, and so far they've been on the aggressive, and now they have a one-man advantage for another minute and 15. Salnikov still in the box. 17-16 in the first period remaining. It's Jablin on the face-off on the backhand, loses it. Schumacher fighting forward with 2 other Buffaloes. Now it's Carter underneath. Carter back to Jablin. Jablin looking towards the point. He fakes that way, goes underneath. Doyle back outside. Now it's Callion on the far side point. Back to Jablin. Jablin underneath to Doyle. Loses it. And Schumacher clears for Missouri State. So Kinsella will chase. Pretty good job by Missouri State so far on the PK, mirroring Colorado on their first penalty. Not the way you'd like to see the game start out with 2 penalties, but 4-on-4 hockey, and penalty hockey is always fun. Newhouse, skating through multiple defenders. Loses the puck, though. And it's dumped out. It's caught by Hull at the near side point. Hull the shot, and it's deflected off of the skate of Matt Matty. Newhouse got popped on the near side boards near the goal. Now it's Cepeda. Cepeda with the puck. Left side of the goal. Back out near side point. It's Hull. Hull shot on target. Hits a few players. Redirected and score by the captain. That's Matt Adams. 16-14 in the first period. There were 13 seconds left in power play, and now it will be over. Matt Adams with a wonderful goal. There was a shot from the top of the point. It was redirected in by Matt Adams, and that's really just the start you were looking for if you're a Colorado Buffalo. I mean, they've been, as I said, they've been on the attack the last 3 days. In all 3 games, they've looked stellar. So really the start you were looking for if you're a Colorado Buffalo, and the coach has got to be happy. Now we're back to even strength hockey. It's Mitchell, McAuliffe, Sullivan, Jacoby, and Robinson for Colorado. Face-off won by McAuliffe. Here goes Jacoby on the far side. He'll dump it in. Mitchell's got it. Tries to backhand it onto Stevens, but doesn't work. Now it's Brendan Anderson of Missouri State. Transitioning, running with friends. Trying to get a pass on the tape to Zane O'Brien, but is unable. But O'Brien is still able to retrieve. O'Brien in a scrum. Jacoby comes away with it. Goes across ice to Connor Sullivan. Sullivan going into the middle. Back to Sullivan. Sullivan looking up. Looks for McAuliffe, but it's just a little bit too far, and that'll be an icing call on Colorado. So, folks, I mean, just a stellar start for Colorado. First, you give up a quick penalty, which is obviously not what you were looking for, but then gain a penalty back, and on the power play are able to convert. Last night, there were a ton of penalties. Missouri State went 0 for 4 on their power plays, and Colorado was able to go 1 for 9 and score. Of course, it was Newhouse in the third period, so now they're 1 of 1 on the power play tonight. Pretty darn good start. Here goes Mitchell, running with Sullivan. Loses it, now it's Salnikov. Lovely little deke there in space. Backhands it. Missouri State retreating, setting up their offense. Tries a cross ice pass. It finds Hunter Cooley. Cooley with it, off his own foot. Now it's Hisserot. Hisserot back to a teammate and then back to Salnikov. Salnikov in the middle, in the neutral zone, skating into his attacking end. Tripped his own player. Looked like we were going to get a tripping call. Hopefully not, because they ran into each other. That would be pretty darn unfair if they called it penalty, and they're not, rightfully so. Great call by the officials. Salnikov tripped his own player. Pretty ugly hockey for Missouri State. Now it's Kinsella on the far side, skating in, attacking. Toe drag, and went for the top left cheese, but it was glove saved by Bailey Stevens. Stevens had a rough night last night, let in 4 goals. Speaking of goalies who have been impressive, I mean, Jake Cerullo has been on fire the last 3 nights, and so far continuing that stellar play. Folks, I'm knocking on wood right now just to keep that streak going. Don't want anything getting in the way of this. So for Colorado, we've got even strength hockey. Looks like it's going to be the captain on the faceoff. No, excuse me, it's Hansen. Brendan Hansen on the faceoff. We've got Hansen, Cadeau, Trunco, who's wearing the 19 jersey tonight, Callion, and Kinsella. Cadeau with a big hit on the far near side boards. Hansen and Cadeau underneath in a scrum with the Missouri State player. Comes out to Matty. Matty skating with it. Still Matty. Loses it. Still in the Colorado attacking zone. They come up with it. It's Cadeau, a shot on target. Glove saved by Bailey Stevens. Excuse me, that was Hansen with a wrister. Great save by Stevens. Stevens is getting tested early here. And this is exactly what you want to see, nonstop aggression from Colorado. Now we're going to have another face-off in the Colorado attacking zone. It's Callion with it at the far side point. Puts it on net, looking for Jablin. Loses it. Now it's Kinsella. Kinsella with a shot on target, almost 5-hold Stevens. Now it's Doyle. Doyle loses it. Falls to a Colorado player. Just right of the goal. Just a tiny bit wide. Jablin surveying. Backhands to Carter. Now it's Kinsella. Kinsella to Jablin. Oh, Jablin just loses it. Now it's Missouri State transitioning. It's Henrik Lohman. Lohman being defended well by Kinsella. Now it's back to Jablin. Jablin one-on-one with Chris Brown of Missouri State. Checks him off the puck. It finds Carter. Carter trying to center it, but isn't able to find the money. Captain Adams comes up with it. Now it's behind the goal. Jablin fighting for it with Matty. Matty loses it, and it finds Hull. Hull will just dump it in, and Colorado will make a shift. Both teams will make a shift, rather. So now it's Missouri State transitioning into the neutral zone. It's Matty. Matty dumps it in. Hull finds the puck. Backhands it right to a Missouri State player. Big mistake. Not able to convert. Back out to the point. It's Warnig. Back out to the other side of the point. Tries to center it on net, and it's redirected. Oh, big hit by Cagnani on Warnig. Now Colorado will transition. Cepeda to Cagnani off his leg. It finds Cepeda once more. Cepeda being pressured. Back to Carter. Carter looking. Finding Newhouse. Newhouse was looking for Cagnani, but he got checked. Now it's cross court to Adams, the captain, into the attacking zone. Tries to throw it on net, but it's deflected by Warnig. Missouri State will look to transition. Falls to Jacoby just outside the attacking zone. And now Colorado will have to regroup. It's Adams. Impressive forecheck by Spencer Salenbach. Salenbach still on Adams. Finding a friend in Jacoby. Jacoby with it. Finding Mitchell. Mitchell losing the puck. Warnig with it in his own end. Loses it to Mitchell. Back to Warnig again. Like they're on the same team, but they're not. Now it's Missouri State transitioning. They have a 3-on-2. Centering into the middle, tries a backhand, and it's wonderfully saved. Robinson dove in front of Cerullo to protect the 5-hole. Now it's a 2-on-1. Mitchell running with Sullivan. Sullivan looking for Mitchell. Oh, and he tried to get it on the one time on the tape, but it was just a little bit high. Saucer pass was a little bit too high for him. Sullivan getting checked off it by Chris Brown. Now it's Brendan Anderson with it. Anderson backhanding to Barrett. Barrett loses it. Now it's McAuliffe. McAuliffe loses it. Puck just squirting all over the place. Now it's Kinsella behind his own net. Up ahead to Trunco wearing the 19 jersey tonight. Normally he's the 5. Now it's Chris Brown. Says deuces to the puck. Shout out my Chris Brown fans. Back to the captain, Brendan Anderson. Salnikov. Loses his stick. Now it's Trunco. 3-on-2. 3 Missouri State players. Tries to backhand it. Just a little wide. Finds to Kinsella. Tries to center it. Callian with a shot from the slot. And it's redirected. Oh, wonderful shot from the point from Kinsella. Puck really just flying all over the place right now, folks. Super high energy hockey. 11 minutes left in the first period. Colorado maintain a 1-goal lead after the captain, Matt Adams, was able to convert on a redirect. Or a rebound, excuse me. Missouri State with it. Dumping it in is Warnig. Cooley will chase it, but there are 3 Colorado men around him. Now it's Callian on the near side boards. Transitioning, looking, dumping it in, and Colorado will make a shift. Missouri State back into the neutral zone. It's Jablin. Jablin surveying, finds the captain. Adams, near side, underneath, tries to go. Tough angle into the goal. Hull just throws it on net. Now it's Jablin with it. Oh, Jablin got tripped. No call, though. Now Tissera with it. Tissera loses the puck, and now Adams will chase, and it should be an icing call. It will not be. Icing will be waved off. Adams up ahead to Carter. Carter loses it. Hull is back. There are 2 Missouri State players in their attacking zone. Hull will just throw it out of there. Chris Brown's able to keep it in for Missouri State, but then loses it. Now it's back to Hull. Hull loses it. Now Adams will chase. Oh, they went for the one time. Right in front, it was Salnikov. Or excuse me, it was Matty. And Matty lost it. They went for the one time. Would have been a beautiful setup, but not able to convert from Missouri State. That would have really shifted the momentum in this game, folks. Missouri State has been struggling. They're obviously down 5-0 on aggregate between these 2 games. Shot wide from Henrik Lohman. Left and low. Now it's Cagnani with a shot on target. Pad save on the right pad by Bailey Stevens. Now it's Newhouse behind in front. Tried for the one time from Cepeda. Cepeda was not able to convert. Now it's Jacoby and Robinson back. Chris Brown. Or excuse me, it's Lohman. Lohman protecting the puck. Looking for the wraparound. Not able to convert. Here comes Cepeda now for Colorado. Off the board. And I think we're going to have an icing call. Yes, we will. Newhouse defending behind his own net. He lost it. It was Saunders again from Missouri State looking for it. Now Cepeda just backhands it out of his own zone. Schumacher is back from Missouri State with the puck. Cagnani on the forecheck. Cagnani backs off. Schumacher will stand behind his own net while Missouri State shift. Now here comes Schumacher. Running with friends. Looking for Travis Barrett. Not able to convert. Can't keep the puck on the tape. Puck's really just scored now all over the place. Mitchell loses it. Sullivan looking for the hit on Barrett, but is unsuccessful. Now it's Kinsella for Colorado. Oh, off the skate of Mitchell, and they will have an offside, but they won't touch it. Now Kinsella gets it back, backhands it off the foot of Bratton. Bratton Now it's O'Brien with it. O'Brien down low. Back to Braden. Braden into the middle. Off the stick of O'Brien. O'Brien still with it. Braden's shot. Deflected off of Sullivan's chest. Now the puck will wrap around the net of Cerullo. It'll find its way to Mitchell. Mitchell will look to run. Mitchell through the neutral zone. Mitchell, still Mitchell. Off the board. Icing waved off. Will reset behind his own net. Callion finding Doyle in the middle of the ice. In the neutral zone. Finds Carter. Carter in the attacking zone. Icing waved off. Finds Doyle behind Stevens' net. Carter loses it. And now Missouri State will look to run. Off the board. It's Lounder. Lounder with a shot and a wonderful glove save by Jake Cerullo. He has been on fire these last few games, folks. Great save on the glove. He had that one covered the whole way. That ain't nothing for him. So just over 5 minutes left in the first period. Buffalo still with that 1-goal lead. Had those 2 early penalties, and since then we've had some good, clean, physical hockey, folks. So pretty wonderful sight to see in beautiful Boulder, Colorado. Missouri State and Colorado players scrumming for it. Oh, and the Missouri State player got hit on the hand. It was Travis Barrett looking for the wrister. Looked like he got hit on the glove, holding his right hand. Couldn't see his face, but I would assume he was wincing. Ben Hull looking for a teammate, and Stevens will just put it on his stick. He will now dump it out into the middle. It finds Newhouse. Newhouse with it. Cross ice to Hull. Hull looking for Cagnani. Cagnani wasn't aware it was coming. And now Missouri State will regroup. It's Carson Warnig behind his own net. It's Newhouse, Cagnani, and Cepeda on the forecheck. Missouri State look to break the forecheck, and they do in the neutral zone. Oh, and a bad pass. Finds Cagnani. Cagnani with it. Putting it on net. A great pad save by Stevens. Now it's Missouri State. 2-on-2. It's Bratton. Loses it. Cagnani. Cross ice. Looking for Cepeda. Couldn't find him. Finds Hull. Hull now. Off the board. To Newhouse. Newhouse to Mitchell. Mitchell in the attacking zone. Mitchell skating. Looking for friends. Finds one. It's Cepeda. Excuse me, it was Sullivan. Just off to the right. Now Missouri State will look to score. Cerullo with it. Leaves it for Jacoby. Jacoby to Sullivan. Sullivan still. Tried to pass it. It was deflected. Now he does. And gets it out of his own zone. And now it's Brendan Anderson, the captain from Missouri State, with it. Anderson looking. Can't find anyone, and we'll have an icing call. Kind of a poor pass by Anderson. You expect him to make a few moves there, as he is their 3rd leading point scorer. Andrew Kovacic is number 2, and then Josh Bell and Brendan Anderson are tied for 3rd. So he's definitely one of their premier guys. You would expect him to kind of make a few moves and get into an attacking zone, into an attacking position, as opposed to just throwing it in and icing it. Oh, speaking of which, just loses the puck. Now Sullivan has it. Anderson visibly upset after losing the puck. McAuliffe on the forecheck along with Sullivan. Now it's Salnikov. Salnikov loses it. All their best players are kind of struggling right now. McAuliffe with it will dump it in. Icing waved off. Sullivan chasing. Can't get it. Now it's Missouri State. 3-on-2. It's Salnikov. Salnikov skating. Looking in and tried to go for the top right corner, but Cerullo had it covered. It was wide right. Now it's Cadeau. Cadeau throwing it in. Colorado will shift. Both teams will shift. And now Kinsella will chase, and I think it was deflected, so there won't be icing. Indeed, there won't be. Now it's Cadeau in the neutral zone. Looking for Hansen and couldn't get it on the tape. Now it's Missouri State. It's Schumacher. Schumacher loses it. Up top to Hull. Hull shot on target just a little bit wide. Trunco with it now. Puck high off the glass, but stays in. Looking for Lohman. Couldn't find him. Now Hansen will just dump it in. And Schumacher is there from Missouri State. It's Cadeau on the forecheck. Oh, might have gone away with a slashing call there. Hull with it. Now Hull will dump it in, and Colorado will shift. Hansen with it now. Going for the 5-hole. Not able to convert. Bailey Stevens was there and ready, but we will have a face-off in Colorado's attacking zone. So like I said, we've had some pretty high energy hockey, and this is what you want to see. I mean, we were a little bit worried that we were going to get some chippy play because it was getting chippy towards the very end of the previous game, and obviously they got trounced, so they would be a little bit discouraged. But it's been clean, it's been physical. 1:42 left in this period. Colorado with that 1-goal lead. Off the Matt Adams bucket. Chris Doyle with it now. Down low to Jablin. Jablin looking. Fighting off 2 Missouri State players. Finds a wonderful pass into the middle to Doyle, and Doyle is not able to convert. Jablin will go again. Take 2. Oh, wonderful backhand. Falling to his knees. Still able to find him. Now it's Jablin. Up top at the point. Looking. Surveying. Oh, almost a dime to Ben Hull. Ben Hull in the middle to Chris Doyle. It's a scrum in front. Puck still loose. Puck still loose. And Stevens finally covers. Great offensive effort by Trace Jablin there. Coming off the Hattie 2 games ago. So he's in wonderful form at the moment. But in these last few minutes, it's been all Colorado. I mean, they've had it in their attacking zone for the majority of the end of the period. This last minute and 5, we'll see what they can do. Maybe get another goal. Now it's Missouri State transitioning. Hunter Saunders will dump it in. Ben Hull with it on the scrum. Now it's Carter. Carter in space. Plenty of time. Running with Chris Doyle. Back to Carter. Carter loses it now. And gets it back and loses it. Saunders. Right to Adams on the catch. Adams quickly on net. Pad save by Stevens. Now Missouri State transitioning. Bad pass. Right to Chris Doyle. Doyle back to Adams. Adams right on the tape to Cepeda, but Cepeda's not able to control the puck. Warnig there trying to clear it and does, and it'll be icing on Missouri State. So we'll have another face-off in the Colorado attacking zone. So, you know, it's been pretty much the same story the last 3 games. I mean, that really aggressive forecheck, putting a lot of pressure on the opponents, and it's showing. I mean, Missouri State's had a few icing calls and obviously not able to get into any sort of rhythm, and it's kept Colorado in their attacking zone. So good to see if you're a Buffalo fan. Cepeda, oh, got bumped from behind. No real chance there. Robinson will just dump it in. We will not have icing. Now Missouri State behind their own end. Whiffed it on the dump. Falls to the foot of Robinson, and that'll do it for the first period. So Colorado maintained that 1-goal lead off the captain Matt Adams bucket. And on aggregate again, it's 5-0 in the last 2 games between these 2 teams. I'm Connor Monfilio. We will